Odd Jobs and Stickers 16. One odd job to show you, and then stickers and video clips from 3 channels, one in Australia, one in the UK, and one in America. I'm just taking a break from my surface grinder restoration project to do a couple of odd jobs. So this indexing base I made 2.5 years ago now, and my American long taper L00 chucks and faceplate can sit on this, and it's got indexing holes, 10 along the bottom, 24 at this level, second level. So it indexes most things, and it's really useful because I can do work on the lathe, drop the chuck or faceplate on here, take it over to the drill, index it, and then take it off, put it back on the lathe without disturbing the work. But I made a mistake when I made it. I made a video on it ages ago. I made a mistake because I didn't include a clamp. I'm not quite sure how I would have done it, but I should have included a clamp. Now I bought this plunger spring knobby thing from eBay at the time, and it's really quite handy, but it has too much wiggle in it. Don't know if you can see that. So the problem then is when I'm trying to drill or something into something in the chuck on this, it wiggles like that. So I need something that doesn't do that, basically. I could make another one of these. I could try and get this apart and put a brass sleeve in it or something to take the wiggle out. But what I'm going to do is just put a 6mm peg on these 10mm by 1mm pitch screws, and maybe put a cross handle on it, something like that. And that will be a simple solution, you know, until I can think of something better, if I ever do make anything better. The bearing under here, this whole plate here, is a front wheel bearing assembly for a Ford Transit van, which I bought new. The rest of the stuff is pretty much in mild steel, apart from this, which is an original L00 back nut, which I paid a lot for, I think about £50, but I didn't care because, well, you know, it was a ready-made solution, so I just bought it and that was that. So I need to decide how long these screws need to be here, and just put the peg on it really, and then decide whether or not I'm going to bother with a sort of a twisty cross handle or something. I could take that on. Just try and get this running about on centre, and then I'll centre drill it at the end, put the live centre in, and machine probably about 15mm at 6 diameter, because I think this needs to be about 15mm shorter in its threaded part. That looks good enough. Yeah, that's about running true, I reckon. By eye, anyway. Yeah, that's near enough. I should clean the lathe really, but I've heard it can be habit forming, so I don't think I should be doing it. Well, this is 10, I want to go down to 6, so it must be a cut of about 2, mustn't it? I'll just touch off to start with though. Okay, 0 the dial, put on a cut of 1mm. Sorry about the wiggling tripod. We're getting close now. I'm gradually getting used to metric micrometers, but they are a chew, I tell you. There we are. Oh, that's pretty close, don't you think? That's probably near enough for this. Not in a rush. Hello. What's going on? What are you doing? Hey? Oh, this is fun, isn't it? It's alright, it's too late, you've already been seen. I've made a little crossbar out of a piece of chrome plated steel, which I think used to be a coat hanger or something from a wardrobe. So I'm just going to put a scratch across it so that it can sit on, and then I can TIG it and it won't roll away, hopefully. Hand feeding is horrible. That'll do. No need to push my luck. I'll just blast a bit of TIG onto this and try not to weld it to the clamp saw. The other danger is that, of course, with this sort of clamp, as this expands when I heat it, it could ping out onto me. I'm going to put my apron on. Remember to purge. It's alright, okay. Eyes down. I'll just give that a quick polish. It's still hot. I should have sharpened the tungsten really, but I couldn't be bothered. Not for this little bit. It's like a poker. Came out alright though. Well, that's finished. It's a little bit tight and slack as I turn it. I probably didn't get it perfectly centered in the lathe. But it's alright. I mean, for a lot of the time this would be okay anyway. The best option is probably to improve this and put a sleeve in there or something, or make some other thing. You can't really get this one apart. By the time you've pulled that to there, this central rod just screws into this. They must have made it, clamping it here, and then when it was tight, parted it off or something. But that odd job's done anyway, for now. Well, I hope you enjoyed that odd job. The first channel up is Swan Valley Machine Shop, run by Max, one of my favourites, because he's got such a wealth of practical machining experience. 12,800 subscribers, I think. Here's a clip.
Well, g'day, Max here again. Welcome back to the shop. I'm in my summer gear. It's been hot over here. We've got a week of 40, 41 degree temps. In the shop here, it's usually about 6 degrees cooler than the ambient temperature outside, so it's not too bad. Anyway, I just thought I'd slip this quick video in regarding threading. Now, I'll show you an alternate method if you're banged up in a situation where you cannot angle your compound slide around. It's just another method. It is a straight in-feed cutting method using the cross slide, but we also involve the compound slide. So we'll swing you down and we'll show you what we're going to do. So just for demonstration purposes, I have a piece of hollow bar in the lathe here, and we've turned it down to 2 3/4 inches. So we're going to cut a 2 3/4 inch 12 TPI thread on this piece of bar here, or piece of hollow bar. So that's what we're going to do, and I'll show you the alternate method. So generally you'd angle the compound around to 29 or 29.5 degrees, and all your infeeds are done on your compound going in. So that puts most of the load and most of the cutting on the leading edge of your screw cutting tool. So the other alternate method is to leave the compound at 90 and you just go straight infeeds on your compound. That works fine, but once the pitch or the threads per inch of your thread start to get larger and larger, it puts a hell of a lot of load on the end of your tool, and it's not a method I would recommend when you're starting to get into the larger size threads. It leads to dramas through the excessive tool load. You get a lot of flex and vibration and that sort of carry on. So here's an alternate method.
Second channel, Boots Owen, in the UK, about 56,000 subscribers. Now he is not a machinist as such, although he does have a Harrison lathe, and that's kind of how we got connected quite some time ago, because he's quite a loyal supporter of Haxby Shed. His videos are a mixture of kind of fun clips and then fixing things, exploring things, understanding things clips. So I'm going to show you two clips actually. Now this first clip has had 5 million views. Many of his other videos only get 500 or 600 views. Anyway, have a look at this first clip and then I'll show you a second clip which is much more about engineering investigation. I think he recovers a lot of materials, a bit of a scavenger. I hope he doesn't mind me saying it. And so, you know, the things that he's investigating, trying to repair and all of that are things that he's found. Anyway, enjoy it.
Hey there, Boots Owen here. This is an enormous motor. There we go, that's better. Let's just zoom in if I can. We'll have a look at this rating plate. It's a Tuscan FLP. It's an induction motor, 0.5 horsepower, rating 1 hour, volts 220, 3.8 amps, 1425, so a standard induction motor. Single phase. But it's flame proof, so it's meant to be in a petrol pump, and the idea is a spark can't get out. Up on top here it has some kind of a switch that doesn't appear to be working. I think that's got something to do with when you lift up the receiver or the pump handle. And then it's got the power coming in here. This had pyro cable on it, pyro to NAX cable. So it's not cable really, it's like cable that comes in a copper pipe. And so the power came in there, below the level of the plate, and over on this side I presume there's some kind of a switch. It's very heavy. We've isolated from the supply, so let's try and get into it. It looks like an imperial size. Let's try 7/16. I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. 7/16. 7/16, and we'll just try and...
And then we have a clip from Stuart's Shed Nanigans. Now he's in Minnesota. He's just starting out, about 600 subscribers, but I think you'll enjoy this clip.
So I'm going to make a custom one with a little hand lever for that. So that's piece cake.
First stage is just to turn the diameters of this piece of 304 stainless steel to suit. I'm using a CNMG 432 insert by Kennametal. This is a semi-finishing insert, does a really nice job on stainless steel, especially when running flood coolant. part is being supported on a live centre just to prevent undue deflection and keep the diameter consistent all the way down.
Owen, where did you get these envelopes from? I bet you found them, didn't you? This is ancient. I think we'll put Stuart here next to Jim's workshop. Okay, Swan Valley Machine Shop, that's a nice sticker. And Boots Owen, which is also a nice sticker, of course. Well, if you'd like to see one of your stickers on my door, send me an email to this address. Or if you'd like one of my stickers, send me an email to this address and I'll send you a sticker anywhere in the world that the post goes to, whether you've got a channel or not. Thanks for watching. Odd Jobs and Stickers 16. One odd job to show you and stickers from 3 channels. Where are they? And then finally, but not leastly,